Right. Hello, I'm still here. It's Martin here, Vinyl Scavenger. I am recording this on a laptop, which may not be ideal. Oh, because, well, it might just not be synced in properly. I get that when I'm actually recording it. Anyway, I've got two big things to talk about, and that's not nothing to do with moving yet. One is I went to Reading Record Fair, which was tomorrow. It'll be a fortnight ago, so it's in the new location of Reading University, where parking was it was not good at all. Anyway, the other thing is I'm going to do a tag, which somebody asked me to do ages ago, and then I've forgotten about it, sort of. So we'll come to that anyway. Anyway, so how many more times can I say anyway? Right. I'm living in a dry county. There's not been anything barely, and I drive around with my work. Occasionally, just stop, have a look in a charity shop. Like there was that guy in America. I can't remember his name. He had sort of like a moustache, beard kind of thing scenario going on. He was delivering tires, I think. And then he's just sort of disappeared the last year or two, I think. And well, I don't get a lot of luck around here at all now. I think it must just be that people get there before me. Yeah, the sort of place where I did go to. Apparently, some taxi driver guy comes round and just clears everything out. And in that respect, I feel like just giving up on scavenging or whatever you want to call it. But maybe there'll be another sunny day out there somewhere in the future. So anyway, so Reading Record Fair, I walked round to go in and went in the back way because somebody let me in, so I didn't have to pay to go in, which was quite nice. I don't know how much it was, not much probably. And I had a mate there. I had to return him an album. It was the Antarctica album on Saydisc, Saydisc, which I borrowed off him to sample and just to record and everything. So it was all about Antarctica and just animals and sound effects there. Never going to go there, so might as well get a recording of it. Right, I'm rambling like Dale Gatefold 33 here. Sorry, Dale. Um, um, went in, had a good walk around. My mate was there, as I said. I actually found a grail. I actually found something I've been looking for ages. So without further ado, shall we just crack on with it? Um, yeah, here. Right. So the first stall I bought some stuff off, it was, I think they were a fiver each, and then later I went back and everyone was scavenging around because the guy had knocked them down to £2 a pop, but I didn't find any more by then anyway. Not really that fussed, I suppose. And him and lots of other sellers, I recognised them from selling at other fairs, which hasn't been for over 18 months now, or just people around. At this first one, Mark Lamar, who you may know was on British TV on Nevermind the Buzzcocks, he was there rifling through the singles, the 7 inches. So I sort of had a bit of a look and then left him to it. And yeah, so the albums that I found from that stall were no, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. Which ones was it? It wasn't that one. Okay, so they were a fiver each. So I've got a sealed copy of this, which I already but I couldn't remember if I had it or not. So this is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I haven't opened it up. It could be coloured. I don't know, but it's still sealed. So very nice. And I came across this rather unusual soundtrack, a film called Shakespeare Waller, with a mixture of sort of Indian and British actors and actresses. Felicity Kendall there. Now, Madhur Jeffrey, I'm sure she was a cook, a cook on BBC TV many moons ago. I don't know what this is like yet. The music is by Satyajit Ray there, and it's on yellow Epic label for demonstration use only. So that was two that I found. And I finally found a bit of Stockhausen. Not the greatest of covers. He hadn't done anything with his hair, had he? There. And this is definitely music by him, as far as I know. I don't know anything about it, but it's Stockhausen, so I thought that was worth a go for a fiver. And onwards we go. Oscillations 3. This is some sort of avant-garde music on one side, a modern dance piece for TV, five movements. Glimmerings, it's called. It was on PBS in January. This is from 1974. Quite a plain looking label there. And the other side is TV related kind of music. Your station presents. Not played it yet. So I think that was the four that I found from that store. Then where did I go? Then there's no easy order of doing these in a way. Oh, I had a hunt around in someone's box and they were £2 a go. So we've got, this is a really good remix of Transvision Vamp song called I Just Want to Be With You. You've got Sun Sonic edit and Night Tripper mix. I later found out I actually had it already, but hey ho. This is Positive Noise, Give Me Passion. Don't know anything about it. Then I've got a shampoo. I Know What Boys Like. And then somebody else had a free thing here that they gave away to me, or rather my mate went and got it for me. And yeah, so some dance mixes on that. Then we've got some dance mixes on Miranda Sex Garden, Gush Forth My Tears, her debut single on Mute. There, that's that. Now, this seller, he did have something written on the box like rubbish or shit or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, in some ways, it was a bit presumptuous, in my opinion. I've got James, Sit Down. That's got Live at the G-Mex on that side, and a normal version and a track called Tonight on the other side. So was that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was 5 for a tenner there. Next to him, I'm not doing this in the right order, but next to him there was a guy there, and I bought. Okay, this was in his £5 bin, and I've already got Yugoslavia in this series of countries' music, and this sound archivist that went to all these places. I've got Yugoslavia, and I've got another one. I can't remember what it is now. Would it be Turkey? I think it's Turkey. So Iran. So this is some lute-like stringed instrumental music on one side, and then the other side is sort of a some sort of Islamic kind of chanting and such like. Ramadan started yesterday. I played it. I didn't do any fasting yesterday or today. Yeah, I'd just warn that if you decide to fast, why am I saying this anyway? If you did decide to fast, you do it and then you eat smaller portions. You don't not eat anything and then suddenly pig out, because most people would know that's not good for you. But anyway, next one. Right, this is the Grail. So I've been looking for this album. I had it in the 80s, and the poster's not in there. I wasn't bothered. Yeah, at some point I sold it. So it's the comedy album, Spitting Image, Spit in Your Ear, featuring the Chicken Song and I've Never Met a Nice South African, and all sorts of amusing impersonations and things, including a gentleman there that was, or is, was a snooker player, commentator, and latterly has been in a sort of a band group playing synthesizers, and I had a very nice chat with him and went up to him. So this is Steve Davis. What else did he do? Well, he's very into his soul dance, all sorts. He had quite a big stall of stuff for sale there. In this record, he's called Steve Interesting Davis because all the other snooker players had a nickname like Jimmy Whirlwind, and I don't know. I'm not really wasn't really that into snooker hugely. Anyway, when I went up and said I found this and you're on it, can you sign it? He said, "Oh, it's not Snooker Loopy, is it?" To which I said, "No, it's this." So he very kindly said it, signed it, and he's put to Martin, "Be interesting," which I thought was really nice of him. And I got him to sign the in a bit as well. Yeah, I almost like rather have it with my name signed on it than, I don't want to give people any impression I'm selling something or whatever. Anyway, it's a really funny album, probably a bit dated, but it's a bit of retro um, amusement for myself. So that was that. This was from a pound bin. It's Environmental Sound Experiences, Volume 2, Solitudes. It's got the sound of the surf, heavy surf on a rocky point, along a sand spit, ocean surf in a hidden cove, moderate surf with gulls. What more could you want, eh? And save you going to the seaside, living as far inland as it's nearly possible where I live in Britain. Yep, so that was a quid. I've got some singles here from my mate who I took him his album back. So we've got, all for 50p, the Rank Xerox range of equipment with a less interesting B-side. This rather rude German or Dutch single. We've got Jukebox version of Numb by U2, same on both sides. Storms in Africa, Part 1, Part 2. I was curious, was that different by Enya? Different than the album side. More Shampoo. This is Trouble on one side and Delicious on the other. Then we've got Althea and Donna. What's it called? Uptown Top Ranking. Some German sort of single. Some single from 2010. Not sure what that is. I've got the Spotniks doing Hava Nagila. You'd know it if you heard it. A football flexi disc for 20p or 10p. This guy, he's always at Reading Record Fair and has such cheap deals on stuff. I've got a Guns N' Roses Civil War backed with Garden of Eden, and another one, Since I Don't Have You, Julian Coat Trampoline, Cream, White Room, those were the days. KLF, What Time Is Love, and a Walker Brothers single, My Ship Is Coming In, and You're All Around Me. So that was the record fair, Reading Record Fair, February 2025. Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. You can get around in a few hours. Various sellers, a lot of new stuff as well. A lot of represses, and um, there was some sort of memorabilia and merchandisey stuff as well. Quite a lot of CD sellers as well. Um, you never see tapes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about that, but yeah, it was a nice day out, I guess. Didn't spend a huge amount. I did take my uh, Polish jazz record, and I couldn't see anyone that would be interested in buying it. Right, anyway, on with this. So Steve Whitty, he set me the challenge of doing a sad bastard vinyl tag, which was sort of like for mental health, I think, and the darkness and the winter and all that kind of stuff. And it was done by, is it John Digital Gramophone, I think, in America. So I don't know that I'm going to get all the records out, but I've sat and had a think about it. And obviously, some things are really sad, whereas others are more melancholy, or they're more maudlin, or whatever. Anyway, so we're going to give it a go anyway. So number one was an overplayed sad song. Well, I would say Queen Bohemian Rhapsody, just because the lyrics, not necessarily the song and it being associated with Wayne's World or something, but just the lyrics are very sad and poignant and very Freddie Mercury life struggling between his um, background and I suppose sexuality as well and those sort of things. Anyway, yeah, so I always find that a very sad song when although it's made to be, you know, fun or like a good song, good upbeat song, I suppose, of all its different bits. I find it very sad. Anyway, walking in a room, what is this sad bastard shit? Right. So I oh, could have chosen all sorts of sad indie, face in my hands sort of music. So I just went for something a bit left field, avant-garde. There's a Moondog record with some 78s put onto an album there. Right. Next one was album, a sad album to many, a dance party to you. That's a difficult question. All these were very difficult questions. Uh, I'd say Manic Street Preacher's third album, The Holy Bible. Maybe a certain time in my life. Yeah, but that would be uh, maybe not a dance party, but you know, right. It's a love song, but it's sad. Question number four. I went for um, two songs from Portishead Dummy and his Roads, and also Glory Box. I mean, the whole album is pretty much like, does somebody love me? Doesn't somebody love me? Uh, it seems to all be about that kind of stuff. And even if you listen to the lyrics, you still can't quite work out, like, you know, where they are in their relationship or whatever. A favourite sad lyric, right? Pretty much all the lyrics to This Is How It Feels by Inspiral Carpets. I'm not sure I can reel them off, but yeah, this is how it feels to be lonely. This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels when your world doesn't matter at all, is it, or something? All the lyrics in that song are pretty dour, to be fair, you know. Uh, Turning into a very long video, my apologies. A breakup song or album, and the song I chose was. Uh, I'll show off this album because it's quite collectible. It's a song that was on Like a Virgin Madonna album, and it was a cover of a song by Rose Royce, and it's Love Don't Live Here Anymore. That is my what's the question again? Um, yeah, a breakup song. I think that's pretty much a breakup song. Um, Favorite song by the Smiths, and it being sad, I would probably say Panic because it's whether or not it is about Jimmy Savile, I don't know, but it would certainly suggest, um, or certainly in retrospect, we could just say that it is about him, and it's a catchy song, isn't it? I don't know. Probably everybody else has said a different um, Smiths song, and I'm not a huge fan of the Smiths. I've got a couple of her albums, but yeah, I mean, if anything, Morrissey's a few Morrissey songs I find sadder. Number 8, the saddest song by a popular band. I haven't actually done that one. Saddest song by a popular band. I can't think right now. Okay, number 9, Tears in Your Beer, a sad country song. So I would say anything by Hank Williams, probably. Or Teddy Bear by Red Sovine, which I do have on single, which is quite a sad song, or certainly the way he sings it is. Your favourite sad soundtrack. So it sort of has to be a film that's quite sad. So I was sort of thinking like Twin Peaks or something David Lynchy. But where are we? Paris, Texas. And most of the tracks on here are very sad, and it's about a guy wandering around in a desert for ages, isn't it? From what I remember, and yeah, probably remembering the good times, but generally not. Yeah, so I would probably choose this. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm only happy when it rains. So, actually, a song with rain in the title, but really it's the whole band, or rather, their first couple of albums I've got in this single that was in between the two, I think. So, when I worked in a record shop, if it rained, we often played Delamitri because it just seemed to fit, and Spit in the Rain. Um, I'll read the lyrics out because they're on the back here. You can grin, but you can't hide all the emptiness inside since she left you like spit in the rain. Without doubt is it true, she was the only love you knew. Now she's gone, it fades away like spit in the rain. And you can try to find her, but you'll be looking in vain because love disappears like spit in the rain. Yeah, there you go. And we're nearly there. Got over 20 minutes now. So, the sappiest, corniest, happiest bullshit song you've ever heard. And it was particularly one summer on my first lad's holiday. I think I've mentioned this before. And this album was huge that summer. And I think it was the only tape we had in the car or something. So, Shiny Happy People, which not just is annoying, yeah, it's sappy, isn't it? I think whether it's meant to be sappy or whether it's being ironic or what. What was the other one? Corniest. It's pretty corny, isn't it? I think, and it's happy as well. It's so happy, isn't it? Shiny happy people. Yeah. So that is that, and a shout out to do for somebody else to do this. I'm quite tempted to name some people that would never do it, but the tag has long gone. But it was a good one. So there was a couple of others I was going to do, but I just haven't really got round to. There was a Vinyl Martini one that was about the compilations, and that was for a good cause as well, from what I remember. I did the Vinyl Tag, which was a bit of a struggle this year, irrespective of the uh, small amount of controversy, shall we say. So that's about it, really. You've got nearly 25 minutes out of me, so it's a bit like watching a half-hour TV thing with the adverts taken out. So sorry to have wasted so much of your time. And now I just say I hope you are all well. And yeah, I'll just try and do a video when I can. You know, hopefully we'll have moved soon. It's dragging on a lot, unfortunately. So yeah, yeah. But I get a chance to watch all your videos too. So yeah, nice to see Alan back. and Madam Sin's back. Yeah, a few people have floated back since. I don't know whether it's to do with, you know, the demise of Rachel's ghost on YouTube, or what, And then Simon does a tag on Friday night. Not a tag, sorry. He does a live stream on Friday, and Ian still does his on Thursday, and then Stunty does one on Friday, doesn't he? So yeah, just try and catch what I can when I can anyway. So thanks for watching, and catch you all soon. Cheers. Bye.